Man. Here we go. Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man? I live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
Wells outside. Off target with the three. Dave Zadirko, high post. And Robinson pulls it down. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Now here's MP. Here's Zadirko. And Robinson pulls it down.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a five-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor, because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
MP outside. The three. Gets the free ball to go.
What a beauty. Good to see MP cashing it in from deep. The scouts want to see that he has that kind of outside range.
Pass over to Robinson. Wells. From downtown. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 of 2 this game.
And a three in response. Back and forth we go.
Right back at you. I love this competitiveness.
Now here's MP. He's got 5. And Fisher. James covering. And the ball is tied up, so we have a jump ball.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that. Plain and simple, they're shooting the ball much better than the opposition right now.
Yeah, their offense just looks smoother, getting whatever shot that they want out there.
Puts up a 3, and MP good for 3.
How about MP here, just attacking? And taking his shot when he finds it.
To the left wing. Back to Carter. Cordova. Zach Timmerman on the wing. Luan covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cordova. Goes back up. Misses from short range. The Dynasty trailing. MP inside. Working on Fresh. MP, no good. To the inside. James slams at home.
He's a strong finisher at the rim. He's not going to miss a chance like that.
And he doesn't even need 2 hands to do it.
Yeah, his teammates are loving that one. Hyped up before he even got off the ground.
And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game is setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Now here's Johnson. Carter, guarded by Cobb. Pass to Cordova. 6 to shoot. The Dynasty grab the miss. MP right side. Puts it up from 15. Another miss by MP.
Good chance at a score with that jumper, but it just didn't fall.
Good job by the offense, at least to create a shot like that.
Carter has such a high basketball IQ. He's always looking for his next move and trying to find the open shooter.
Now here's Cobb.
Dynasty coach Duncan Carter has worked to impart a sense of focus in this ongoing rivalry. The rivalry of these teams is well documented, and he wants his club to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, Danny, he knows that the way the games have swung between these two sides is a dynamic rivalry. He would like the Dynasty to play at a heightened intensity for this one. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8 from the floor.
And MP looked like he was shot out of a cannon the way he flew coast to coast for that score.
MP. First personal foul. At the line for the Wolfpack.
And the first one drops.
2 shots. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
And so he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Carter is just such a cerebral player. When you talk about him, you just have to admire how much he prepares for every single game.
The Wolfpack leading. Now it's Carter outside. Releases. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Andrews, count the basket, and he makes his first shot of the game.
That's a good pass, right where he needed it to execute and finish.
MP outside, from the arc, and the Dynasty another 3. MP has been something else this first half, well on its way to a huge game. Right wing. Carter, guarded by Cobb. On the wing, Dalton Andrews. Carter. Dalton Andrews from long range. The rebound by Luan. The Dynasty with the lead.
The size on the bench for both teams is formidable.
Oh, yeah, Danny, this team is stacked. I was looking up to some of the players walking in as we set up tonight. Woo, they're tall. I know one thing, though. I wouldn't take too many shots inside with either second unit tonight.
Now here's Andrews. Fires for 3. Doesn't find the hole there. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. MP outside. Shoots a 3. And the Dynasty another 3. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Now it's Carter outside. Cordova with it. And Cobb picks him up defensively. Carter's shot is off that time. And now the Dynasty with it. MP on the left side. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Wolfpack.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. Now it's Carter outside. Shoots over Cobb. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Persistence pays for Carter, absolutely refusing to let the contact throw him off.
MP, Andrews covering. Knocks down the long J.
Their offense has been all about the long-range game.
Oh, obviously. You love the points, and you love how they stretch the defenders.
Now it's Carter outside. Off on the layup. So that's the end of the first half. Dynasty out front, up by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. Here's Wells. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's MP, and they come right back down with their own three-pointer. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. Outside Stauffer. The three ball. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher. A nice lead and looking confident.
And they've got a chance to push the lead to double digits.
And they double up MP. Fisher. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Fisher's no stranger to doing the dirty work as he comes up with the second chance score.
Wells outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix.
Well, with MP as he's looking forward, tonight is key for his development. His coaches want him to be a bit more selfish and dominate with the scoring.
No good, unable to end this run. Expanding his range, and the Dynasty another three.
They keep finding ways to pad their lead, and it just continues to grow.
All facets of their game are clicking. They look like a well-oiled machine out there.
Now Wells, he's got 6. Pass over to Robinson. Wells outside. Connects it from downtown.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Adds some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season.
Oh, the response three from MP. This guy is all about winning.
Outside Stauffer. Pass over to Robinson. Stauffer. They get it again. A nice shot there by Robinson.
He's relentless on the glass, and this team feeds off that energy.
MP outside. From outside the arc. And the Dynasty another three.
They came out of the break with a clear philosophy. Shoot the three early and often.
And the entire team has bought into it. They're loving the bombs away mentality.
Now here's Timmerman. Tries again. And he takes it up and lays it in. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Timmerman with it, now covered by MP. James no good. Down low. Here's Zadirko, and Dave Zadirko throws it down.
And the center, Zadirko, is a threat inside. You can't allow him to get this deep.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
Now here's Stauffer. He's got 8 in this one. MP outside. Dish to Fisher.
Hey, yo, right here.
MP. Timmerman defending. And it's MP missing.
And we're here in the gym in the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Having home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Now here's MP. Knocks it down from distance.
He's enjoying a hot hand in this game. He just keeps sinking one after the other.
Some changes for the Wolfpack.
Substitution for the Dynasty. MP. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Nails the three-pointer.
That speaks to the versatility of MP. He can both initiate and shoot off the catch.
Here's Cordova, and he lays it straight in.
And from there, you expect him to drop it in every single time.
And it's the Dynasty with the ball. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
The shot by Cordova, no good. They're making this a runaway.
At this point, the only question is just how big the lead will eventually become.
To the middle. Back to Carter. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. MP outside. Davidson. Luan. Erickson defending. Here's MP. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, MP, just making that jumper look real easy out there.
Pass to Cordova. Johnson with the rock. Offline with the three.
That's a break for the D. He's not the guy to leave open out there on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's a breakdown, plain and simple. But they got away with it.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming.
Well, you know the MP is going to get a swarm of attention when he gets inside. Defenders collapsing down on him, and he scores himself a trip to the line.
So he can't get either one to fall. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
How about the strength MP showed there, showing off and proving he could score through contact.
Outside Stauffer. Wells outside. From outside, it's off the mark. Here's Lack. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're just scoring at will, getting whatever shot they want out there.
Yeah, and the lead, it's only getting bigger. Not sure what the opposition is thinking at this moment.
Now here's Stauffer. Here's James. Their offense is stone cold. Another miss there. The drive by MP. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this MP kid is skilled. When he's attacking the lane, he uses that momentum to push through the defense.
Wells outside.
Defensive foul. Jonathan Lack. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Wolfpack, Patrick Wells.
He's off on the first.
You know, when it comes to Wells, his confidence, his ferociousness, his patience, it stands out the most, especially when it comes from shooting the three-pointer.
Not as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And they double up MP. Pass to Luan. Junior. Here's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. Outside Stauffer. Now Robinson. Outside Stauffer. Back to Wells. Shot clock at 5. And he slams it down. Good work defensively by Michael Luan. From deep, it's MP. sinks the tray.
And that's the confidence that people love about MP. A complete lack of hesitation. That's an assertive play by the young man.
Wells outside. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
A real gem. You can see why the Dynasty have been the team to beat. Great execution for them when it mattered most.
Well, you know the Wolfpack would give everything they had. You could feel the intense tone of this rivalry match early on.
Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she came with her cousin.
Oh, I can't believe I missed her.
Man, you mind if I
guys
talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
It
We're
is a
going to win
great
states
idea.
like
Yep,
that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right, and that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over, make the league? Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when the truth is, you scared to become the player you need to be in order to build a real dynasty. This is just a costume, bro. These words, meaningless, unless you put something behind that.
Yeah,
Yeah, think about it.